Talk about the time Iron Man was a Guardian of the Galaxy. This commenter was wanting to know why Peter Quill was wearing an Iron Man armor in this comic cover, but he's not. This is actually Tony himself. In the 2013 run by Brian Michael Bendis, Tony Stark was actually a member of the team for a pretty limited amount of time. Tony was coming off the back of his most recent fiasco with the Extremis virus and decided he needed a little vacation. Not only that, but wanted to see what he could offer the universe, expand his heroism outside of Earth into the galaxy itself. He almost immediately gets attacked by a Badoon warship, but luckily enough, the Guardians of the Galaxy were nearby and were able to swoop in and save the armored Avenger. Quill goes on to explain to Tony exactly why he does what he does and why he's a Guardian of the Galaxy, and after hearing his story, Tony gladly joins the team. As a new member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, ironically enough, the first thing they do is save Earth from a Badoon invasion, which does in turn get them arrested because Peter Quill's dad is a giant dickhead. Basically set the Guardians up just to get back at his son. After they were captured, Tony's armor does get busted, but the Guardians were able to escape their imprisonment. And with Rocket's help and the shockingly good technology of space, Tony was able to put his suit back together with no problems. Tony fit right in with Guardians. He hit it off with the team really well. Specifically, Gamora, who one might say he hit it off with a little too good. While he's with the Guardians, we see him communicating with Pepper back on Earth and saying that he's trying to figure out ways to make sure Earth will be protected. Tony and the Guardians end up discovering Thor's sister, Angela. After determining she was heading to Earth with no bad intentions, Tony and Quill decide to let Angela go, let her continue her mission to Earth, and even go to check in on her. Now, in the Guardians books themselves, there's no explanation to why Tony disappears. The Infinity event came up and the Guardians had tie-in issues to that. But in the Iron Man comics, Tony had been having his own, massively weird adventures in space, and it's there we at least get to see him say one final goodbye to the Guardians, and specifically Quill, who he'd grown pretty close to in their time together. That was probably surprising for some people that Tony was a part of the team, but honestly, the Guardians have had a shit ton of members, and a lot of them Earth characters that you wouldn't expect. And if anybody wants me to go over the entire roster, everybody who's ever been a member, I can do that in a different video.